Hey, Dr. Mindy here, and I am in Lake Geneva, in the wine country of Lake Geneva. This place is incredible. There is vineyards all over the place next to this beautiful lake. And I was thinking about wine just because we're in this amazing wine country area. And a question I get a lot from my patients is wine healthy? Is it healthy to drink wine? So I wanted to walk through with you 3 things that I look for when I go to drink wine, because the answer is wine healthy? The answer is no if you are drinking wine that's full of chemicals. So what I want to do is teach you the 3 things that I look for. And they're basically 2 chemicals and 1 is sugar content. So the 2 chemicals that are the hardest in wine are glyphosate and pesticides. So glyphosate, if you are drinking, and I'm from California, absolutely love California wines, but unfortunately in America we allow glyphosate to be used in our wines. Pesticides, and in our soils, and pesticides are sprayed all over the world. So this morning we were actually driving through wine country and we found that there were big helicopters coming over spraying pesticides. There's actually a sign right up there that says don't drive past here on Thursdays because that's when they're spraying these fields. So there's glyphosate and there's pesticides. And then the 3rd thing I look for is I look for sugar content. And how you tell the sugar content of wine is by looking at the alcohol percentage. So if you look at some of like the Napa cabs, you're going to find that those are like 14% alcohol. Here in Switzerland, we've been looking at the alcohol content, and most of the alcohol content is around 13 and 12%. We actually haven't found a wine that's higher than 13%. I even found one the other day that was 10%. So the strategies I go for, if you're in America and you're watching this, the strategies I look for are, I try to drink more European wines. France, Italy, we are just in Austria. There's some great wines in Austria, and here in Switzerland there's some great wines, because I know that if I'm drinking a European wine, I'm not getting glyphosate. Second thing is I don't want to get pesticides, so I look for organic wines. You guys back home, you know that there are a lot of organic wines around. We saw in the supermarket here, you could see some organic natural signs. So sometimes it's as simple as turning the bottle over and looking for an organic wine. And then the 3rd thing is looking at the alcohol content, making sure that the alcohol content is low, and making sure that you're not, if you drink a glass that's like 14%, you're going to spike your blood sugar up. So those are my tricks, and what we're finding here in Europe is that if you're drinking the wines without the pesticides, you're drinking the wines without the glyphosate, and you're keeping the alcohol low, is that you can have a glass or 2 and wake up the next morning and feel great. If you're drinking wine, you wake up the next morning, you feel horrible, you have a headache. It's the chemicals that is destroying your health, not necessarily the wine. So those are my wine tips. I hope that helps. I am a huge fan of Dry Farm Wines. If you go check out their website, I really recommend. Back home, that's what we tend to go for. But we're really enjoying the lack of glyphosate here and the low alcohol wines. So hope that helps.